Here's a summary of what's going on in Ukraine at the moment. I think it's important to keep up this this daily routine of trying to record what's happening, because it's so easy to get confused. And we're approaching the 1,000 days of this war. The Times reported that that the Ukraine could potentially develop a rudimentary nuclear bomb within months. I think that's highly likely. But this claim was very controversial, and it's been rebutted. It's ignited discussions around Ukraine's nuclear potential, and the Ukrainian foreign minister, or the foreign ministry's spokesperson, has refuted these accusations, reinforcing Kyiv's commitment to the Non-Proliferation Treaty and its denial of any nuclear aspirations. There's a senior research associate at Harvard Kennedy School's Belfer Center, Mariana Budgeran, who provides essential context in her work Inheriting the Bomb. Her early dismissal of Russian accusations about Ukraine's nuclear capabilities, she calls this dangerous nonsense. She critiqued President Zelensky's hypothetical rhetoric about NATO or nukes as a gambit for NATO membership, and she thought it was unlikely to yield any strategic success. As for military developments, the current challenges faced by the Ukrainian armed forces in the face of the huge 50,000 Russian troops and North Korean troops in key regions such as the Donbass, Kupiansk, and Chasiv Yar, this intense struggle over Kharkiv and Kupiansk's contested center puts Ukraine in a precarious position, puts Ukrainian forces in a precarious position with the looming threat of them being encircled. And the Kursk region, Ukraine is holding on, but the huge bombardment is astonishing. The international responses, the US's decision to allow Ukraine to use long-range ATACMS missiles for strikes within the Russian territory, probably in the Kursk region. Biden's administration's hesitation about this to confirm this decision formally, and the Kremlin's warnings that such a policy change could signal NATO's deeper involvement in the conflict and trigger a nuclear response. The temporary inclusion and then the removal of reports on the authorization of the Scalp and Storm Shadow missiles by France and the UK underscore this global response and anxiety. And meanwhile, the Turkish President Erdogan has proposed his own peace plan ahead of the G20 summit, which presumably he has discussed on the sidelines, and how this fits into the broader narrative of diplomatic efforts despite the continued military escalation.